All right, man, we got some breaking news coming in. Matthew Stafford has officially been ruled out for Sunday's game versus the Cowboys from Dallas. Let's talk about it. We back. Marcy Sports Talk. We in the building. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. And I'm just gonna probably say Stafford probably gonna be out for Thanksgiving. All right, as well. We play the Chicago Bears again, but what's going well for the Lions is that they almost beat the Bears with Jeff Driskel at quarterback, but it is Driskel time right now. Okay, so it's not a surprise. I tried to wait for the news to do the prediction video. I did it Wednesday as if Matthew Stafford was not going to participate in the game, and he won't. And I think a lot of people learned the value of Matthew Stafford, and they also, understanding where I was coming from this offseason when I kept saying the Lions needed to take a developmental quarterback or they need a serviceable quarterback behind Matthew Stafford. Now, not Tom 21 Savage, not Josh Johnson, not David Fales, or not David Blogg, or not even Jeff Driskel. All right, this is why you have a developmental quarterback to see what you got. You know what I'm saying? In that quarterback, and if he's pretty good, then if Stafford get healthy, you also can deal him for high draft picks. Certain kind of like what the Patriots done with Garoppolo, Brissett, and then at least you want to have a serviceable veteran like Brian Hoyer. And this is why I didn't understand why they never got a serviceable veteran. Brock Osweiler was solid last year, in my opinion, with the Dolphins. He better than any other backup quarterback the Lions had come in this season. Okay, didn't understand why they didn't try to pick up Brian Hoyer. Not saying Brian Hoyer great, but he's serviceable. Okay. But my theory is that Martha Ford did not want to get another quarterback behind Matthew Stafford because they didn't want that put that pressure on Stafford. They want to know Stafford is the guy. But I won't think a guy like Hoyer or Osweiler would have put that pressure on Matthew Stafford. Now looking at hindsight, it's kind of stupid because Matthew Stafford been playing out of his mind this year with a serviceable offensive coordinator. Okay, but right now they got to live with it. I'm glad I didn't get Cowboy tickets. I'm glad I didn't get Thanksgiving Day tickets. The season down the drain, okay, without Matt Stafford in his tank time. And they'd be fools to let Stafford go out there and play again this season. But you know what? Bob Quinn want to right his wrongs or kind of correct his wrongs with, trying to say, oh, I'm trying to justify keeping Matt Patricia. It is no fire under Matt Patricia's seat, and I wonder why it was fire under Jim Caldwell's seat. Jim Caldwell had a winning season, except for 1 year he went 7-9, and it don't look like Patricia is either going to go 7-9 in his first two seasons. Okay, but I think they should just shut Matthew Stafford down for the year. And too bad it's after the trade deadline where they kind of can try to look for a developmental quarterback out there to trade for. But it's time. It's time. It's been overtime. And Bob Quinn is getting a reputation for a day late and a dollar short. All right? He did it with the running back position. Okay? He did it with the cornerback position. Okay? He kept believing in Nevin Lawson. He tried to bring in Deshaun Shea. He didn't want to draft a quarterback. Or he didn't want to draft a good cornerback in Tease Tabor. He held the ball on Tease Tabor long enough. Okay? He just not showing that he can be on the money with getting players that we need at the times that we need them. And like I said, I don't know how much responsibility he got. I can't put blame on Bob Quinn, and Martha Ford won't let him do some of the things that he want to do financially and at the quarterback position. I don't think they want to put no pressure on Matthew Stafford, but like I said before, I'm not in favor of getting Colin Kaepernick because they might as well just tank. Now, had it been the trade deadline, they can draft for a young quarterback they believe that can be the future. If they believe Teddy Bridgewater could be that guy, which I'm not sure that he could, then I wouldn't mind them trading a draft pick for Teddy Bridgewater. Okay? But I think it's time for them to draft a quarterback in round 1 or round 7. Well, not even round 7. They draft one in the first 2-3 rounds. Okay? But it's Driskel time. Okay? It's Driskel time to shine. It's Driskel time to shine that show that he can be a serviceable backup quarterback, or he can be a starter in this league. So we'll see how Driskel prepare. Remember, he ain't had a full training camp with these receivers. He ain't had a full offseason with these receivers. So it should be some camaraderie being built in practice, which a lot of guys not practicing for the Lions. And a lot of guys don't practice through the season because they nicked up and banged up. All right. but it's time for him to show what he can do. And, for Darrell Bevell, it's time to show the magic he worked with Russell Wilson and working with Driskel. Show he could work with a pocket quarterback like Stafford, a pocket quarterback like Brett Favre. He can work with, the Tavares Jackson, the Gus Ferrazzo of the world, I believe he worked with. He can work with the Jeff Driskel. Jeff Driskel got some talent. You know what I'm saying? At least he got some legs. So we'll see what happens. But it's Driskel time in Detroit. I'm going to support Jeff Driskel. Hopefully he do well. Want to see him do well. But if not, then, hey, we might be in the running for Tua. We only one game behind Miami. And Bengals ain't won a game. We might be in the run for Tua, Burrows. The kid Herbert from Oregon. So a couple other guys who can rise up too. But hey, it's Motor City Sports Talk. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got business question, inquiry, response, video question, want to make a donation, link subscription. One time for the one time Motor City Sports Talk. We gone.